Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Sam Talks Books, and welcome if you're new. So today I'm going to be doing a review for The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I read this book back in February. My mum and my partner photoed me to read it, and I'm so glad they did. So not only am I going to be doing a review for this book today, I'm actually going to be giving you guys a little look at the new illustrated anniversary edition, which is this one. So we're going to get more into this one after I've done a review. So yeah, this one is gorgeous and I can't wait to show you some of the illustrations. So first of all, I'm going to just tell you guys what roughly this book's about. Most people probably already know. We follow a character called Addie LaRue, who is immortal. She makes a deal with the gods after dark, and that comes at a cost. Everybody she meets, they can't remember her. They could be talking to her and they leave a room, they come back in and they completely have forgotten who she is. She can't speak her name. That's pretty much the premise of this book. And then this isn't a spoiler because this is on the synopsis. She ends up one day, after centuries and centuries of being alone, meeting a guy called Henry who remembers her. And the story is really about her being invisible to the world and then one day meeting this guy who remembers her. I'm not going to say anything else about the main plot of the story because I don't want to ruin it, but just that premise sounds so good and hooked me, and I knew I needed to read it. This book starts off quite slow. It is a character-driven story. However, without it telling you the story of Addie before she became immortal, I don't think we could ever truly understand Addie's character. And it did take me a little while to get into. Then once you realised why we needed to know this, I fully understood, and I understood Addie, and I think that I'm so thankful for that. And I'm glad that how do you say her name? V.E. Schwab? Probably butchering that. It is done really well. I think once you get past that point and you understand why that bit's in it, you'll enjoy this. This book gripped me. It pulled at my heartstrings. I became so attached to Addie that I genuinely felt lonely reading this book. I don't know if that was the author's intention, was to make you feel lonely like Addie probably felt, but I did. I genuinely felt so lonely reading this. I wanted Addie to be remembered. She'd meet someone, you'll be like, please, 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 please remember me. You know, remember her. You genuinely felt like this character that was forgotten. And the loneliness I felt reading this book is just so surreal that I don't think that I've ever felt like that reading the book before. And whether it's done intentionally or not, it's just brilliant that the book could do that and make you feel that way. Because I remember reading this and thinking, how lucky I am to be able to make my mark on the world and be able to be remembered and not be forgotten. I get lonely. I think a lot of us get lonely, but this book made me realise what true loneliness would really feel like. I would never want that. So yeah, this book really did make me feel that, which is incredible. We also get the perspective of another character, Henry. At first, I was just like, I just want to get back to Addie's chapters. I wasn't too invested into Henry at that point, but as it went on, I began to love Henry and he became a really lovable character. He's actually really well developed, likeable. We got to learn more about him and his story, and it was actually quite shocking, and I really enjoyed it after a little while of just having to get used to it. So you don't just get Addie's perspective, you also get Henry's, and I wasn't expecting that because I didn't know that was going to be a thing in the book until I read it. But also a lot of people on BookTube have actually spoke about that and how they feel, and some people actually prefer reading from Henry's perspective. Me personally, I loved reading from Addie's most, but I still did love Henry. So we do follow Addie in the past and in the present. In the past, she's in Paris, Venice, New Orleans, places like that. And then in the present day, 2014, she is in New York. This set a really scenic view throughout the book because you went to all these different cities with Addie. We got to visit all these different places, which just made it so captivating and just beautiful. And honestly, this book is just written so well. It felt almost poetic-like. The writing in this book was one of my favourite things about it, you know, apart from Addie's story. The writing genuinely was just so beautiful and powerful, and I never read a book like this before where the writing was like this, but this was done so well, and the whole scenic settings were just so you could really immerse yourself into those places, into that world of Addie, and it's just brilliant. Now, this is something that I definitely wasn't fully invested in, and I've heard a lot of people felt this way too. But I was never fully invested in Henry and Addie's romance. I thought they were really cute, but for me it always felt more like a friendship than this romance. And I'm not sure again if that was supposed to be done on purpose or I keep forgetting, Schwab. If V.E. Schwab wanted us to feel that way. For me personally, I fully understand why Henry and Addie clung to each other, especially Addie. She's never met anyone in her life who's remembered her before, apart from the person who cursed her, Luke, who we don't really know what he is, the devil, demon, something. Henry is the only person in history to have ever remembered her, and you can fully understand why she would cling to him, because she doesn't want to lose that one person. It's strange because when Henry introduced her to his friends, you kind of pray that they're going to remember her, and you actually think at point they're going to. But of course, you know, it's the curse and nobody does, and you kind of wonder how this is all going to work out. It was definitely fun, and I loved Addie and Henry together, but I think I prefer them more as a friendship than a romance. We actually do get the character Luke, who cast her. He actually visits Addie once a year on the anniversary of it, and obviously him being the only person who knows who she truly is and can say her name, Addie becomes quite attached to the visit, which is kind of strange, but at the same time you can fully understand that. Of course you're going to want to see the person who knows she was, who can say your name. He's the only person who can at that, you know, point, and he knows her life story and stuff. I actually really enjoyed the connection between Addie and Luke as well. I think it was done really, really well. And although I really did not like Luke for what he'd done, I also really loved him, and that just proves how well these characters were written. Let's just talk about the ending. I can't really say much about the ending without spoiling it, other than this ending was incredible and it made me cry, and I need more. I need more so badly, because I just need it, but we're never going to get that because unfortunately we're not getting a sequel, and oh my god, that kills me. But again, that's just so brilliant that they often do that to make you want more, but at the same time still be content. Yeah, be content. Because I definitely was content with this ending, but at the same time I'm always wondering, and I can't really explain what I'm trying to say properly because I don't want to spoil it. But if you've read this, then you'll understand what I mean. Oh my god, this book has left a mark on me that I'm never going to forget. In fact, there's this playlist that someone made for this, and I can pinpoint when every single song will fit into certain scenes in this book, and I'll list, if I can, the playlist below so you guys can go and listen to it. Also, I'm sorry if I keep itching my nose, it's so itchy. This playlist, I can't listen to any of these songs now without thinking about these characters and the scenes I feel like it would fit into. Honestly, this was a 5 stars for me. I loved every single moment of this book. I'm never going to forget the character Addie. This book honestly is just incredible, and I also do understand why some people didn't like it, although I'm just like, I couldn't imagine someone not loving this book, but it's beautiful. And before I show you the illustrated edition, this is just the normal edition one that I got from, I think, Waterstones. This one's got this on the inside, and it's so beautiful. But put that back on. All in all, incredible, amazing, beautifully written book. 5 stars, one that it could be a top favourite of the year. But now we're going to get on to the anniversary illustrated edition, and I'm going to show you a little bit of what's inside that book. This is the illustrated anniversary edition. It is so beautiful, and it's got sprayed edges, which is just incredible. And if we take off the dust jacket, which we will do that now, this is what it looks like without the dust jacket. Oh my god, I love this. This is one of my favourite things that I just love, when you take off the dust jacket and you've got something underneath. Oh, that makes me happy. But I will show you the inside. This is so beautiful. So this is the inside. You guys can see. It's so beautiful. And then I'll show you. We also get it signed, which is amazing. And then you got this front page bit with this picture here, which is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. We have a lot of illustrations in this book, so I'm going to just try and find some. So we have another illustration here, which is beautiful. I think that's supposed to be, is that Luke or Henry? I can't tell. It could be Henry, actually. We then have this picture, which is one of the pictures that I actually really wanted to get printed off when I saw it online. It's so beautiful. With those ones. These are more that, oh, they're so beautifully done. I'm really hoping you guys can actually see this, otherwise this was stupid. And once again, we've got some more. And then I'm going to try and show you this one without doing that. So I'm going to do that. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't read it. But this picture is one of my favourite pictures here. Oh my god, this one's so beautiful. And then I don't think there's many more in here because I don't want to show you everything. Although that was most of it. But then at the end, which is again so beautiful, is this. And yeah, that's the illustrated edition. You also get like a ribbon as well, which is amazing. I was so torn if I wanted to get this because I don't like buying multiple copies of the same book. I just don't like to. For me personally, it's like a waste of money if I've already got it, which nothing against people if they do that, because you know, it's your money, you can do what you want. Personally, I can't. Is it condemn? Condemn. I just never like to do that because the extra money on a book that I already have could go and buy a different book. Someone asked this girl if she could send me photos because she had a copy, because I still like really unsure, and then she did, and I fell in love with what I saw. And I actually got this one off Amazon for £12, which I'm not sure if that's because I'm a Prime member or if that's just the price they're selling it at. But that's a bargain for this edition. One thing though about buying from Amazon, you never know if something's going to become damaged, and I saw so many reviews about this coming damaged, and I would have been so annoyed. But my copy is perfect, thank God. So that's my review on The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I really hope you enjoyed watching this. If you've read it though, like, let me know in the comments what you thought. Is there anything you agreed with, disagreed with? Did you love this? Did you hate this book? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think. For now, that's going to be all. Please hit that like button, subscribe, it would mean everything to me, and turn on that notification bell so you get alerted when I next upload. Until next time, bye!